The next fabulous calming thing on the circle, on the forehead, are these two circles, neurovasculars. So you can put your hand here because when we're stressed, the blood leaves our forebrain. It runs so that we can rush. So that it it leaves the brain so that we can run
Right.
and we can't think clearly. So literally, if you hold your hand here until you feel pulsing, you will feel calmer because it means blood has returned. It's very natural. Donna Eden calls these the oh my God points. Take your hand, extra heavy duty calming is one hand on the forehead, the other hand on the back of the bump, occipital ridge. Here you get panic, and here you get fear. This really can work miracles. One time I was driving, when I lived on the East Coast, I was driving on the West Coast on that highway where there's cliffs down there, and I started to like have a panic attack. And so I didn't want to say anything in the car. So I just put my hand back here and I could feel the panic just drop and leave. Again, it brings blood to these systems. So actually, I did tell you about it. That's okay. So panic and fear. And then if you have worry or shame, it's under the eyes. If you have anger or resentment, it's beside the eyes. If it's grief, top of the head. So you just hold these two things together. And just a last little story about this, because it's such a good story. So Donna Eden can see energy, and she went into a nursing home and there wasn't anybody around. She was volunteering. So she just went up to this woman and she could tell because she can see energy that she needed that. She didn't have any blood flowing up here. So she said to the lady, "Can I hold your neurovasculars?" And the lady just looked at her. And so she did that. It usually you will know when yours hook in, I'd say 30 seconds, 1 minute, maybe 3 minutes. Usually you feel that pulsing and notice how you feel. Um, 45 minutes before it returned for this lady. It returned and she could feel it. And the woman smiled. I think she's in a wheelchair. She smiled up at her and she said, "Thank you. My name is Mary." And just at that point, this nurse or somebody that works there coming in and, what are you doing? What are you doing in here? Because Donna had just gone in and done that. And she heard her say that to Donna, and she said she hasn't spoken in 2 years.
Mm.
So that brain activity, so it's literally there wasn't any juice up here, right? It's very kind of mechanical how our systems work. All these things are mechanical. Donna could see that there wasn't any blood flow up here in the prefrontal cortex. So it took 45 minutes instead of 1 minute, but then she could speak, she could talk. Um, and that's why, like, when you need to think clearly, that's also something you can do because something happens and oh my gosh, you have to write an email and there's a stress response. Don't respond out of stress. People say, take a breath, count to 10, right? You want to respond, not react. You want to use your brilliance of your prefrontal cortex.